Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Down here at Cabin 2 again today, really getting rolling on this project. Already knocked out a few things this morning. First of all, I already ordered supplies, my rafters, roof sheathing, and a ridge beam. So that's all done. That'll be here tomorrow afternoon. And then I've been down here already. You can see kind of behind me here, I've already got the angle braces cut. So we're fixing to put those up into each bay down here on Cabin 2. And yeah, then we're going to move on to some nailers between the bays. There's actually 2 per bay in this cabin, so it'll look a little different than cabin 1 and 3, but it kind of goes along with the whole thing here with cabin 2. It's definitely a different setup. So let's get to that. Let's get these up and let's move on. All right, gang, just finished up getting those nailers there on 3 of the sides. No real issues. I make little posts. I actually leaned against this post right here. Just little little post that I put up in there, almost like a jack stud, just so I don't have to go around and measure everything. So it helps just line everything up relatively quickly. So this one, as obviously you can see, compared to cabins 1 and 3, there are 2 nailers across each wall. And so it's one obvious difference there. So when you're inside, this is all going to be exposed. So when you're inside, you'll have 2 2x4s there that you'll be able to see, or that are there. So I got to move on to the front here, the front side. So the front side, this is obviously the door that's going to go here. The front side here, on both sides, I have to go do some math and figure out my rough window size. Of course, we're going to we're going to repurpose some windows. So they're going to be centered in each of these bays here. Let me try and back up and give you a little bit of a better shot at what I'm talking about here. So this bay here, it's in the front, will have a window, and then this bay here that's in the front will have a window. And ideally, I would assume, like I said, I'm going to go sit down and kind of look at this, but there's no reason why they wouldn't be centered in each bay. That makes sense to me. So that shouldn't really be an issue. I'm going to look future, down the line and see if that's going to obstruct or change anything on the inside, because the bathroom here in this one is going to be in that back corner. So it's not going to be along this wall, much like cabins 1 and 3 are. So the front windows should be fine, centered in these bays. So I got to sit down, do some work, and figure this out. Then we're going to rough frame those in. I'll have some beams and posts in here in each bay as soon as I figure out what those dimensions are. Well, guys, we're rolling up on 6 o'clock here, and I just got done putting most of the stuff away, and I managed to get the front windows framed in here. So both sides of the door there will have our larger windows in, and that check the door height here, that's 82.5 inches there. So we're not going to be doing any modifications on this one at all. But everything went great today. Again, second day in a row here, I got really exactly what I wanted to get done. According to my plans, the next thing is to actually sheathe the front and the back prior to putting on the rafters. So I'm gonna have to sit down and kind of take a look at that, because the sheathing that I'm going to use, I just milled maybe a week ago. So it'll be one of those things we're just gonna have to make a decision on. But everything went well today. Angle braces, and then framing out those nailers and the windows here in the front. Also have a nailer here on the bottom under each window there. That's just for nailer for the sheathing that's going to go on there. So everything's rolling in good. Not too much else to say about today. Like I said, everything went well. The material's working out great. Tomorrow we're going to have to see where things go. I've got a delivery. I'm not sure if they said the morning or the afternoon for tomorrow, but we're going to have rafters, sheathing, and the ridge beam showing up. So I'm going to be doing some organizing with that. I know I got to get a pattern for the rafters, so I'll probably work on that a little bit. I really don't want to put freshly green lumber up on the side of the cabin, although it's fine. I mean, it's board and battened, and green wood for board and batten is absolutely fine, because when it shrinks, everything's kind of covered up anyway. So but I would just like to hold off on doing that for as long as I can. So I have a couple other little things around that I need to start kind of chipping away at, and tomorrow might be a good day to kind of do some of those. So we're gonna be busy. All right, guys. Hey, as usual, I appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you on the next one.